Hey guys, welcome back to Werner Farms. So you can see the 8530 is still in here. We've been working in the office since, well, ever since I uploaded the last video still. So we're still going hard on the office. We're gonna go check that out in a minute, but as for the 8530, it still needs serviced, washed and waxed, possibly waxed. We're not sure if we're gonna wax it or not just because of time, because with the office, we're kind of falling behind on shop projects, and we got a few that we definitely need to get done before spring for sure, and then some others that we're kind of debating on. So hopefully we can get that out of here soon, probably sometime this week, depending on how things go in the office, and we can get a move on with that. So with that, we're gonna go check out what we've got done with the office so far. Actually, it did quit snowing, kinda. We are starting to get some more lake effect snow. We probably have gotten, about an inch. And then from that system on Friday night into Saturday morning, we got about a good couple inches, even though, I don't know, it was so overhyped by the weathermen that we were supposed to get a flat-out full-blown blizzard, and I don't know, up to like 6 or 8 inches of snow, and I don't know, we only got like 2 or 3. So we'll start actually, well, I'll actually bring it over here. So between the two offices, on Dad's side, we pretty much had all the wiring done over here, I think, in the last video I showed this. Basically, I think the only thing we had to do yet was I had to pull the wire for my side, because Dad was just going to have me pull the wire over here. That way, I got it all where I wanted it, because he didn't really know where all I wanted outlets. So, obviously, light switch there, outlet, outlet, outlet for the TV. Outlet, 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 whole bunch over there, a few over there, and a whole bunch over there, and one kind of where this whole counter will end, or table, how I have this all set up. A few of you guys have been over here, a couple of you actually only, 2 to be exact. So you guys, only really 2 of you know how this setup is actually going to go besides me. So I'm not going to go through and explain it all, because you guys probably won't quite understand it without being in here and seeing it. We still are going to do the half wall, or well, not really a half wall, but more just a, standard 32-inch counter up here, and then shelving and cabinets all under here. We got the internet pulled in here. You can see we brought it in through right over here, and just strung it up over here, and just had it that way. It's just kind of pretty much out of the way, because we're gonna hang OSB on, let's see, this whole wall back here, this wall over by the window, I believe, if we're still doing this, OSB on this whole inside of this wall, OSB on that wall over there. And the reason being is because of that over there, that wainscoting, or like Dad calls it, beadboard. We're gonna have wainscoting or beadboard, whatever you want to call it. It's gonna be about 3 feet, and then we're gonna have rough sawn oak for a divider, or trim, I guess you can say, in the middle. And then from there, from the remaining, I guess it'd be about 7 feet, since these are 10-foot ceilings, give or take, because of the drywall in the ceiling, obviously. We're gonna have that corrugated tin, or corrugated metal, whatever you want to call it, from here, or from where the wainscoting comes up, about 3 foot between the rough sawn oak then, and then from there all the way up to the ceiling then, with that trim on top that you can get, that tin trim, I guess you want to call it, or metal trim. So basically, before we even think about putting the corrugated tin up in here or on these other walls I'll show you in a minute, we have to have the drywall done up above, which we're not going to do ourselves. We were supposed to have a guy come out on Friday and take a look at the job and see when he would be able to do it, because he said he would be able to do it, just he didn't know when. So, like I said, we're going to have all the drywall done, mudded, sanded, prepped for paint, painted, and all the other walls that need to be drywalled, because not all the walls are going to have the corrugated tin and wainscoting on it. So we're going to have pretty much all the drywall work done before we go any farther as far as putting the corrugated tin on. But we can put the wainscoting wherever we want it, just because that's not going to be an issue as far as running it up to the ceiling, since that's only going to be up about 3 foot. So I'll go ahead and bring the light back in here. So the last time I think I did a video on this, like I said, we still had to run electric in there and run electric for the bathroom, I believe, if I remember correctly. The gas line wasn't done, the water wasn't done, so I'll bring the light into the bathroom, that way you guys can see better. But we did run the gas line all the way over there, but we also had to run it over there for the water heater. Now, we were debating on what we were going to do for a stove, since we will have a stove in here, whether it would have been electric or gas. Now, it wasn't too much of an issue running it from, or teeing it off from the water heater all the way over to here, so we figured, you know what, might as well just make it a gas stove and be done with it. So actually, we're going to square this off like what we did already, and we're just going to leave this all open down here. That way we don't have to worry about drywalling this, and besides, this is all going to be covered up with the stove, so that's not going to be a big deal. So we already have the gas set up here, and got an outlet down there for the stove. So that's all done. You can kind of see where all that tape is down there. The reason being for the tape, you can kind of see that there's some insulation put in back there. Now, the insulation in here, behind this, I don't know, I guess you could say like film or whatever they put over this plastic sheeting, wasn't really the thickest, so we ended up adding more insulation down at the bottom. So we had to cut the plastic and shove insulation in there just to kind of insulate that a little bit better, since that's where water lines are run, as you can see. So the one on the left side is going to be the that's hot water, and the one on the right side is the cold water. So all the lines are actually 1/2 inch for the water lines. As far as the hot and cold go, if I bring this in here, you can see that we already have the cold manifold basically set up. We could not find, I don't know if they do make it either, a 2-outlet manifold instead of a 4-outlet manifold, because we do not need we don't need 4 hot water lines. We only needed the 2, one for the sink in the kitchen and one for the sink here in the bathroom. So we ended up just making 2 tees. We're actually just teeing it off, one for the sink in here, and then just running it all the way down to 90, and then just running it straight on over to the sink in the bathroom, or sink in the kitchen, sorry. So that was the original water line, the water line coming in, and then that just feeds into the cold water manifold. So about 3 of these run in here, one for the toilet, one for the sink, and one for the refrigerator, which is on the other side. So we ended up having to measure all that out and make sure it all worked. And then this one up above here, hot water. So, and then that is the line for the gas. And you can see that we ran the gas all the way into the other side, which we will take a look at that in a minute. And you can also see we ran a 1-inch hose all the way around for the spigot in the garage. So we do have water now in the garage. And yes, we did turn the water on just to make sure we had no leaks, and we had no leaks. And by the way, this is all PEX tubing. PEX, I believe, Type C, or at least all the fittings were Type C. I believe the hose is Type C. So this 1-inch hose we actually had left over from the other shed over at our house, the cold storage shed, because we have water spigots, I think about 6 or 8 of them around the outside of the shed, mostly just for hoses and everything. Well, basically that's it for hoses. Mostly on the left, or on the one side, just for using a pressure washer and stuff over there, and on the other side just for purposes of having the ability to use it at the pool and etc. and whatever. So we had a whole bunch left over. I don't even know exactly how much feet, but we still have quite a bit. You'll see in the garage here in a minute. But we did use quite a bit of it, just using it for the spigot over here. And basically that's basically what we've been doing as far as that. But plumbing takes forever, and it probably took us at least 4 days to do all this, just because of a lot of figuring and everything, and measuring out and figuring out exactly what we needed, and probably at least once a day, if not yesterday, like we did yesterday. I don't know, we went over to Menards like twice. So every day we've been going over to Menards and doing stuff. And actually that bag right over there, we have to go take back tomorrow, because as you can see, these crimp rings, they're on all the PEX tubing. Well, actually right here, those are 1-inch crimp rings. Down here, these are all 1/2 inch, and I'll show you the crimp tool in a minute. We are short actually 3 crimp rings, and actually we're going to clamp this up against this 2x4 here to protect it a little bit better and hold it in place a little bit better. So we're actually going to get at least 2 on here, and we're out of those. So we're short 2 at least for the clamps, and 3 crimp rings. So we ended up getting like a whole crimp kit that we can do, like I believe 3/8, 1/2 inch, and actually I'll bring the light over here. 3/8, 1/2 inch, and 1 inch, I believe, are the sizes that you can use on the tool. So that was kind of nice. Actually, here it is. So just Master Force, so Menards brand. So so that's basically it as far as that goes for plumbing. We do have to, well, actually I'll bring the light back over. We do have to build a wall here, because this is actually going to be closed off and kind of made into half of a closet. So probably on this stud here, we'll come off, build a wall, I don't know, probably halfway over here, shoot it all the way up, put a light in there. So I actually have a light switch about like right here. And we'll make a bifold door in here, or have a bifold door in here. And like I said, have a light in here. So if we end up deciding to put shelving in here, because I don't know, for the most part, it'll probably just be a little bit of storage and cleaning supplies and stuff. So as far as that goes, but like I said, toilet and sink for the bathroom, and that's basically it. And we still have to do the vent pipe, or the brief pipe. So we still have to do that, which we'll probably do tomorrow also. So, but pretty much that's done, except for, I guess you could say, for finishing up plumbing for the hot water heater. Tomorrow, starting on OSB finally, so actually make it look like we're actually doing something in here. For the past, I don't know, couple weeks, especially with all the electric just being run, and finally finishing up the gas and water lines. So OSB all in here, and as far out as what this closet's going to be, because the rest of this will all be drywalled in here. And the kitchen in here, I believe this whole entire wall will be drywalled. This whole wall will be, and this whole wall will be, and I believe the outside of the bathroom on the doorway there will all be drywalled. And as far as this wall over here and that wall over by the door, that will also have the wainscoting and the beadboard, or the wainscoting and the corrugated tin with the rough sawn oak in between. That box over there that's kind of hanging off the wall over there, off that wire, that is actually going to be for the TV as well in here. That box will have DirecTV run in, so probably later this week we'll have DirecTV come out and get that over here, and we'll plumb it in, and that will be good to go as far as DirecTV in here for the TV. And that's basically it. Oh, on the outside, I did forget to show you guys that. We do have the lights for the most part installed in here. Now, the nice thing about these, I think I mentioned this way back in one of my other videos, when we first got these lights do not have cans on them. So basically the whole light, if the light goes out, I mean, it is an LED, but whenever they burn out, you know, years from now, you just literally take that whole light down and replace the entire light. There's no can system at all in there or whatever. They basically just clamp on up in there. So that's kind of a nice idea, but they're not the nicest thing to install. So you can kind of see some of them are still need a little bit more work on them, but at least they're up there. For now, we'll fix them later. Also, we did run wire for the lights. We will have flat panel LED, I think like 4,000 lumen lights. So these things, it'll be pretty well lit up in here. Fan, and fan over there. So we will have ceiling fans. I'm not entirely sure if the ceiling fans are going to have lights. We're still debating on that, I think. So, no N4 heat yet. That's why we have the electric heater in there and why we still have the LP tank heater in there. So, still got to wire it all up. And we'll probably do that later this week, towards the end of this week. You can see where the gas line came in. The whole idea on this is when the guy comes to put up his panel and plumbs it all up, and he's actually going to bring the gas line in, so we don't have to worry about that, which is awesome. So when he brings the gas line in and plumbs this all up and gets it ready to go and fires it up, we will tap into this and shoot gas on over, and we will have gas then. So you can see that's the leftover 1-inch PEX that we were using from the other building, the 1/2 inch over there that we bought. And you can see we tore up, or that's where the water heater was, and you can see where the vanity is clear back there. And that's basically it. And the toilet. So that's where we ended up putting the water spigot. So basically hose right there. We would have put it down there, but the whole reason why we didn't put it away from the door and down like somewhere right here is just because we're probably going to have some type of or some form of shelving right here. I don't know. This is mostly all Grandma's area in here for storage and stuff, just to kind of move a lot of her stuff out of the barn and the lean-to next to the barn to or the addition next to the barn, such as, you know, the Gravely, the Gator, the 455 in the vac, and whatever else we decide to put in here. So whatever she wants to put in here, you can see there's a whole bunch of leftover insulation in here, and yeah. So that is basically it as far as that goes. Like I said, the plan is OSB, everything that needs OSB tomorrow. And that's basically it. As far as I know, until the drywall gets done, we can put the OSB up and put the wainscoting on. And I'm not entirely sure, like I said, when the drywalling is going to be done, but that's basically the next thing after the OSB. Because once that's done, we can paint, get that done, then put the corrugated tin up. And then by then, it's a matter of figuring out what we're going to do for cabinets and everything in the counter in here. We have the fridge. We have a stove, not here, but at the store. And And that's basically it for appliances in there. We're not having, you know, a dishwasher in there. That's not even, you know, we don't even need that in there. There's no reason to have that in there. It's just more, by then, getting cabinets in there and the counter, cabinets and counter in there, and also doing the floor. And once basically that's done, which I'm thinking, you know, we're talking probably around the middle of February, I'm guessing. You know, I'm just guessing without knowing about the drywall. We will be pretty much ready to start wiring all the outlets up again, and that will be basically it. So I'm thinking roughly, you know, and I've said this about the end of January we will be done, but I'm thinking it will be practically move-in ready, where we could start moving stuff in for the office. I'm guessing, and I'm hoping, by the end of February. That should be basically when we will be able to, I'm guessing, be done. So hopefully all goes to plan, even though none of this has gone to plan for this building. So you can see that we still have some leftover wood there and an extra pallet laying over there. So I don't know, it's coming along, but eventually we will get done with it before spring. So like I said, hopefully by the end of February, and I don't know. So, well, I guess that's basically it as far as the building update goes. I will have something really cool for you guys to video, or I actually already have videoed. I just have to edit the video here. I was hoping to release it tonight, but that I didn't even have time. So hopefully, I'm guessing, depending on what I decide to do tonight after I edit this video and upload it, because this video will probably come out around 8 or 9 o'clock, I'm guessing. I will try and have that video come out on probably Tuesday, I think. It's something really cool. Not a lot of it's done. It's starting to catch on more in this area and over in western northern Illinois and southern Michigan. Well, a lot of it's done up in Michigan, I should say, and a lot of you guys have never seen it, so I think it'd be actually be pretty cool to show. This was actually filmed on a neighbor's farm. He wanted me to film it, so it'll actually be uploaded on this channel and my Pilot of the Countryside YouTube channel. So you guys can check it out in both of those places. So otherwise, that's basically what's going on. I probably will have maybe like 4 videos come out this week, depending on what's going on and what happens. So but otherwise, you guys can look forward to that and a few other videos hopefully this week. And otherwise, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. And I will catch you guys in the video, I'm guessing, Tuesday night.